not my woman, bro.
And I would never, ever, ever use a lie. Ain't now one of them niggas stepped up and said they hit this. Use a goddamn lie. So what are you saying, Jonathan?
I'm saying I need you to be a mother, not a networker, not a baddie, not a squawker, not a motherfucker.
I'm not about to let nobody in no club jump on my back over no gate.
Blueface's mother just got exposed by her own son for being in love with him and trying to get busy on some Sweet Home Alabama timing. Before we dive into this absolutely wild story, make sure you smash that like button and hit subscribe, because today we're about to break down some seriously disturbing family drama that's got the whole internet talking. And trust me, this one's gonna have you questioning everything you thought you knew about family boundaries. So check this out. We all know Blueface has been making headlines for years, but recently something happened that had everyone's jaws on the floor. The rapper literally went on Twitter and told his own mother that she's not his type and that they could never sleep together. Yeah, you heard that right. A grown man had to tell his own mother to back off because she was acting way too invested in his love life. But this isn't just some random outburst. This has been building up for years, and the fans have been peeping the weird energy all along.
So what are you saying, Jonathan?
I'm saying I need you to be a mother, not a networker, not a baddie, not a squawker, not a motherfucker.
I'm not about to let nobody in no club jump on my back over no gate.
I'm about to show you the video.
You have no reason to lie. Don't call me no liar, Jonathan. Jonathan, let her talk, because this is gonna be my last time playing with you and with your people. Because I don't like how me and her apologize.
I don't care, you're a liar.
You're a liar.
Let me break this down for you from the beginning, because this story is deeper than you think. Carlissa Saffold, Blueface's mother, has always been a character. She met Blueface's father back in the day at a mall where she was working retail management. From what we know, their relationship was complicated from the jump. Carlissa had dreams of being in the spotlight herself. She wanted to be in Hollywood, tried her hand at acting, and was always chasing that fame. She's been open about having 3 kids with different fathers, and the instability of constantly moving and changing relationships created a chaotic environment. When she had Jonathan, who we now know as Blueface, she saw an opportunity to live out those dreams through her son. But here's where it gets interesting. Carlissa has admitted that she's always needed to be with someone, that she's not good to do by herself. This dependency on male attention and validation would later manifest in disturbing ways with her own son. Blueface grew up in this environment where his mother was constantly seeking male validation, jumping from relationship to relationship and struggling to maintain stability. He became the man of the house at a young age, especially when his older brother Andre went to prison for manslaughter. This created an unhealthy dynamic where Blueface felt responsible for taking care of his mother emotionally and financially. When Blueface blew up in the rap scene with Thotiana, everything changed. Suddenly, he's got money, fame, and access to all types of women. And that's when Carlissa's behavior started raising eyebrows. Instead of being a supportive mother who wanted her son to find happiness, she became this controlling figure who had beef with every woman who got close to him.
Y'all need to start holding people accountable. This is not funny no more. This is not a game no more. And that was the ugliest shit I've ever seen in my life.
The fans started noticing something was off early on. Like, why is this grown man's mother so involved in his dating life? Why does she have opinions about every woman he's with? And why does she always seem to have this jealous energy whenever he's around other females? What made it even weirder was how Carlissa would insert herself into Blueface's business ventures. She moved in with him, worked at his restaurant, and basically made herself indispensable in his daily life. This wasn't just a mother supporting her successful son. This was a woman who refused to let her son have any independence or privacy. Let's talk about Jaden Alexis first. This is one of Blueface's baby mothers, and Carlissa had major issues with her from day one.
Did you always hate Jaden, or did you at some point like Jaden?
I've always liked her. I've just always seen different things that she would do. I would say as a narcissist, and try to control like what he disperses to us.
You think Jaden's a narcissist over your son?
Yes. Oh, hell yeah.
Carlissa, you must have smoked
a fat hell yeah. She's a good one too. What?
Jaden?
Yeah, Jaden is controlling this whole y'all think it's John. She told him, go on over there and get that money. Bring it back. You better stop playing. You ain't picking up what I've been putting down this whole year, huh?
Okay, wait, no, we're gonna get into it because you've been putting a lot down.
Now, you'd think a grandmother would want to maintain some kind of peace for the sake of the grandchildren, right? Wrong. Carlissa was constantly starting drama with Jaden, always had something negative to say, and seemed to take every opportunity to undermine their relationship. The weird part? It wasn't just normal mother-in-law drama. There was this underlying jealousy that fans picked up on. Carlissa would make comments about Jaden being a housekeeper and would constantly criticize her appearance and behavior. She even admitted to teaching Jaden how to cook and clean when she was younger, but then would use that against her later. What really exposed Carlissa's true feelings was when she made racist comments about wanting Blueface to be with a darker-skinned woman instead of Jaden. She said she believed black people should be with black people and that Jaden ain't dark enough.
What you want to do, Mr. Kobe Jonathan Porter, Bryant, what you want to do is go ahead and repent today and start over. That ain't it, okay? I'm going to tell you the truth this one last time. I'm going to give you one more last secret, okay? Because you done about used up all your biblical passes, baby. You done used them all up today. You want me to respect your wife? That's not a wife. That's a maid. You need to know the difference, okay? A wife is a fucking helpmate. It ain't a drunk, complaining, crying, weird, pumpkin head crybaby, okay? That's not a wife. You don't have a helpmate. You got a maid. You getting them mixed up. Respect your wife.
This wasn't about protecting her son. This was about her own personal preferences and prejudices affecting his relationships. The breaking point came when Carlissa physically assaulted Jaden at the restaurant, flipping a tray of food that hit Jaden in the eye with hot sauce. A grown woman attacked her son's baby mother over being called a liar. That's not normal maternal behavior. That's the behavior of someone who sees these women as threats to her position in her son's life.
Now, they might get mad at me for running my mouth, but you know me. I got to say what I got to say when I got to say what I got to say. I think, and this is just my personal mammy opinion.
Then came Chrissy and Rock, and boy did things get messy. Chrissy and Blueface had this toxic on and off relationship that played out in public, and Carlissa was right there in the middle of it all. But here's where it gets really weird. Sometimes she'd be team Chrissy, other times she'd be against her. It was like she was playing both sides, trying to control the narrative and keep herself relevant in her son's love life. Initially, Carlissa was against Chrissy from the beginning. She admitted that when she saw Chrissy's audition video for Blue Girls Club, she told Blueface, "Don't pick her. Whatever you do, don't pick her." But she couldn't explain why. She just had this gut feeling that she didn't want this particular woman around her son. The situation escalated when Chrissy moved into the house with Carlissa and Blueface. What should have been a temporary arrangement turned into a power struggle between two women fighting for the same man's attention. Carlissa would complain about Chrissy going into her room, taking her makeup, and not following her rules. But instead of addressing it like an adult, she set booby traps and created unnecessary drama. The infamous brawl between Carlissa and Chrissy wasn't just about a dog or house rules, it was about territory. Carlissa felt threatened by Chrissy's influence over Blueface and lashed out violently. The fact that she threw objects at a pregnant woman shows just how far her jealousy had pushed her. One of the most telling incidents was when Carlissa and Jaden were co-managing Blueface's restaurant. This should have been a business arrangement, but Carlissa turned it into another opportunity to control and manipulate. She would undermine Jaden's authority, create drama with customers, and use the restaurant as her personal stage. When Jaden called her a liar about something, Carlissa's reaction was completely disproportionate. She flipped a tray of food, causing hot sauce to hit Jaden in the eye, and then tried to justify it by saying she had cooked a gourmet meal and deserved respect. This incident showed that Carlissa couldn't handle being challenged by any woman in her son's life, even in a professional setting. Social media is undefeated when it comes to calling out weird behavior, and the fans were not having it. They started pointing out how Carlissa's behavior wasn't normal mother behavior. Comments started flooding in like, "Why is she so jealous of her son's girlfriends? This woman is acting like a scorned lover, not a mother. Something ain't right with this family dynamic." The fans noticed how she'd get visibly upset when Blueface showed affection to other women. They saw how she'd try to sabotage his relationships and always position herself as the most important woman in his life. It was giving possessive girlfriend energy, not protective mother energy. What really sealed the deal for fans was when Carlissa started making sexual comments about her son. She compared her husband's anatomy to Blueface's, made inappropriate jokes about his mandingo status, and even accidentally posted nude photos that she claimed were meant for her husband. The internet immediately called out how inappropriate and disturbing these behaviors were.
I just want to get on here and address a couple people that's saying that I feel entitled, and when I said make it enough, that was y'all was saying that was me being entitled, and I think I should have this and have that. I want to address that to you slow motherfuckers in the back, because the real mothers already know what I'm talking about, but the slow motherfuckers that ain't got no grandmas for their kids, that, you know what I'm saying?
Finally, Blueface had enough. The man literally went on Twitter and said what everyone was thinking. He told his mother straight up, "Mom, we can never have intercourse. I'm not into that. Please stop being so invested in the women I'm laying down with. It's kind of weird, like you jealous for some reason. We can never lay down together. You're not my type." Now, the fact that a grown man had to tweet this about his own mother should tell you everything you need to know about how inappropriate her behavior had become. This wasn't just him being disrespectful. This was him setting boundaries that should have never needed to be set in the first place. In interviews, Blueface has expressed frustration with his mother's behavior, saying she needs to grow up and stop acting like she's in competition with his romantic partners. He's called her out for being manipulative and for trying to control every aspect of his personal life.
Everything that you got going wrong with you is because of you.
Hey.
Not because of me, not because of her, because of you. It all comes 360. I don't know why you think you just exempt and you just special and you're very special. Don't get it. Let's tell you my mom and everything, but I'm saying,
just saying you ain't got no remorse and you don't care.
Nah, I'm not saying like that.
I'm leaving here with that.
I'm saying I feel like I'm more mature than you.
If you were more mature than me, we wouldn't be here right now.
Let's talk about what might really be going on here, because this behavior doesn't come from nowhere. Carlissa's obsession with her son's love life and her jealousy toward his romantic partners suggests some serious psychological issues that need to be addressed. First, there's the concept of emotional incest, not physical, but emotional. This is when a parent treats their child as a surrogate spouse or romantic partner emotionally. They become possessive, jealous of the child's other relationships, and try to maintain an inappropriate level of control over their romantic life. Carlissa has admitted to having abandonment issues stemming from her childhood trauma with her stepfather and her mother's drug addiction. She's also confessed to being unable to be alone and always needing male validation. These unresolved traumas have manifested in her relationship with her son, where she's projecting her need for male attention onto him. There's also the fact that Carlissa never achieved the fame and success she wanted for herself. She's living vicariously through Blueface, but it's gone beyond normal parental pride. She's inserted herself into his career, his relationships, and his personal life in ways that are unhealthy and inappropriate. The attention-seeking behavior is another red flag. Every time Blueface is in the news for his relationships, Carlissa finds a way to make herself part of the story. She's created her own show, constantly posts on social media about his business, and seems to thrive on the drama and attention it brings her. One aspect that often gets overlooked is the financial manipulation. Carlissa has admitted that she depends on Blueface financially and has used this dependency to maintain control over his life. When he tried to distance himself from her toxic behavior, she would guilt him about money, housing, and support. She's also used his success to fund her own ventures, including her show and various business attempts. This creates a codependent relationship where she needs him to maintain her lifestyle, and he feels obligated to support her despite her toxic behavior. This toxic dynamic has definitely affected Blueface's ability to maintain healthy relationships and has impacted his children. When your own mother is competing with your romantic partners for your attention and affection, it creates an impossible situation. No woman wants to deal with a mother-in-law who acts like a jealous rival.
You ain't never gonna see my son. Y'all want him to love y'all more than he loved his mama on the first motherfucking month? What kind of man do you want?
The children are growing up watching their grandmother create drama with their mothers, make inappropriate comments, and turn family business into public entertainment. This normalizes toxic behavior and creates an unstable environment for their development. The internet has been brutal but honest about this situation. People are calling it out for what it is: inappropriate, toxic, and downright disturbing. Comments like, "This woman is in love with her own son," and "she's acting like a jealous baby mama," have been flooding social media. What's particularly telling is how this situation has sparked conversations about toxic family dynamics in the Black community. Many people have shared their own experiences with overbearing mothers or family members who don't respect boundaries. The situation has also highlighted the importance of mental health awareness and the need for therapy in addressing generational trauma and toxic patterns. What needs to happen? For this family to heal, some serious boundaries need to be established. Carlissa needs to step back and let her son live his life. She needs to focus on being a grandmother to his children and a supportive mother, not a controlling force in his personal relationships. Blueface, for his part, needs to continue standing up for himself and setting those boundaries, even if it means cutting contact temporarily. Sometimes that's what it takes for toxic family members to realize they need to change their behavior. Professional therapy would benefit both of them. Individual therapy for Carlissa to address her trauma and attachment issues, and family therapy to rebuild their relationship on healthier terms. At the end of the day, this whole situation is just sad. A son shouldn't have to tell his mother that she's not his type. A mother shouldn't be jealous of her son's romantic relationships. And a family shouldn't have to air this kind of dysfunction publicly. But here we are, and the truth is finally coming out. Blueface is tired of his mother's toxic behavior. The fans have been calling it out for years, and now everyone can see what's really been going on behind the scenes.
You will turn a bitch from a Crip to a Blood, have them barking at the door. Can you have them turn to Jesus Christ?
It's that simple. You're not my woman, huh?
And I would never, ever use a lie. Ain't now one of them niggas stepped up and said they hit this. Use a goddamn lie.
The question now is, will Carlissa get the help she needs and learn to be the mother her son deserves? Or will this toxic pattern continue to destroy their family relationships? What do you think about this whole situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content breaking down the latest drama. Until next time, stay woke and keep those boundaries strong.